He was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Graduated from Marquis High School in '97 after being kicked out of school for 43 days at the end of his senior year. He lost a few Division I scholarship offers because he helped a friend in a fight. Is a fighter. Got a basketball scholarship to a community college, Lakeland College in Mattoon, Illinois. Graduated with an associate's degree in criminal justice in '99. Then transferred to the University of North Alabama in Florence, Alabama. We played basketball for 2 years and got more money to pay for school. And he ran cross country in his 5th year. Graduated in '02 with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and sociology. And then went to play pro basketball in Colombia, South America. Off and on for 2.5 years. And has played on the N1 tour in a minor pro league, the WBA, which is the World Basketball Association, and then moved to Atlanta in '04 and became an Atlanta police. He swore in '05 and was assigned to Zone 5, Old 4th Ward Boulevard area. We know about that, right? For 6.5 years, and then got promoted to a detective and have been a detective for 8.5 years now. Currently assigned to the APD Criminal Intelligence Gang Unit and ATF Task Force. In 2015, his partner and himself, they were voted the investigators, detectives of the year for an entire department. Then won Community Service Award for his gang outreach in 2016. He recently received the Atlanta Police Department Commendation Award in 2019 for the creation of the program Clippers and Cops. How many people heard about that program? It's not enough, but it's a powerful program, which is a community engagement program created to create dialogue and empathy between law enforcement and the community. That's needed, isn't it, family? Yes. Right? Yes, sir. He also received a proclamation from the City of Atlanta City Council for his Clippers and Cops program. He's certified as a gang expert and have tested in countless gang cases, court proceedings in the state and federal level. We need somebody like that on our side. Isn't that right, family? So without any further ado, let's bring up to the podium Brother Ty Dennis. Bring it up with a round of applause, family.
He made it sound so serious and so good. Listening to him talk about me kind of humbled me. How you guys doing? I want to thank you guys for having me at this event. Hiru and T, both, I met them last year after doing Clippers and Cops, the event that I created last spring. And they reached out and asked me to come to the Styles of the Now and actually do it with them and the community over there. The whole reason that I created the program was because as a police, I've been a police officer for 15 years, and we see the same things that you guys see. And at the end of the day, I'm black. I was born black. I'm gonna die black. I'm black just like you. These are my people. And I felt the need to, whether you agree, disagree with what you see, I saw it as an opportunity for us to try to create some type of dialogue or empathy on trying to make it better. Because they say it takes a village to fix the community, and this is all of our community. As a police officer, I'm in the community 40 hours a week. I'm in the community almost more than I am at home. And this community that's behind me, this was my beat for 6.5 years. And I learned that everybody's got a story. And just like the police officers that work the community, we engage in the community, go home, and then some come back and they take it as if they're not a part of it, which is not true. And through Clippers and Cops, we basically go into local barbershops, we throw different topics, and we just have conversation. A lot of people don't know law enforcement or interact with law enforcement, and a lot of it is negative. In some instances, rightfully so. But if we do nothing to change it, it's only gonna get worse. So the whole goal was to basically, let's talk about some of these things. Let's kind of come up with some solutions. Some things are not gonna change overnight, and some things I can't give you an answer to. I can't give you an answer to why one of my colleagues did certain things, but I can try to help give understanding and proper guidance moving forward. And the whole goal of the program is to try to take it nationally, because it's not just an Atlanta problem, it's a United States problem. I've been back to St. Louis. We've received calls all the way from Canada about trying to implement this program within the community, because like I said, everybody has their opinions and you're entitled to it. But as a police officer, you never hear the police officer's side of the story.
That's right.
You hear a prepared statement by the powers that be that explain it, and it sounds pretty much, it gets old as a person, because you hear it and it's like, oh, they got the same written statement once again. And it's an opportunity for us to try to tell you how we feel and how it's like dealing with the community and dealing with people. Some of the worst scrutiny that as a black police officer you receive is from our own people. And like we were discussing earlier, we don't want to live in a world like The Purge, the movie The Purge. We all got to coexist, and we have to come up with a way to make it work. Years of police brutality, I grew up in it, I've seen it, Rodney King, all the different things. Being from St. Louis with Mike Brown and Ferguson, that is pretty much what kind of pushed me to start this program, because where I grew up, Ferguson was the suburbs. So if you guys thought Ferguson was bad, come to the west side of St. Louis, which is sad but true. But it was problems that were brewing there that Mike Brown and Ferguson was just the cherry on top. And here in Atlanta, we're not perfect either. We have our own incidents and different situations here as well. So we're not here to try to candy coat it and make it seem like you do this program and it's gonna fix everything. We're just trying, this is what we decided to do, to try to start something moving forward. It's 2020. We can't continue to do the same programs that we've been doing since the 60s and 70s and expecting a different result. We have to come up with new programs and new ways to try to interact, and just by breaking bread and having dialogue with each other is a start. So I thank you guys for having me, and I look forward to seeing some of you guys in the near future.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Hayya ala salah. Allah.